So in this video I'm going to prove that encryption data, that is connection encryption data in Gmail, is not saved when you convert email to PDF. I already explained this in another video, but it's buried in that video, and I want to have a separate video on this because it's very important. So I have here problem with higher instance court or higher court for short, because they are invoking the law on e-signature, and they are not using encrypted connection, so which is, by the way, against the law. So they started using it after July, including July 9th of July this year. So here is that email. So they are now using encryption, and this is the court. So but if I go backwards, back in time, so this is the last I received before July, before they started using the encrypted connection, and it's not encrypted. And there is a separate video where I showed all emails they sent, and all of them are not encrypted. So this also includes elementary court. So these are courts in Smederevo, Serbia. This is a city in Serbia. So so this is the location in Latin and in Cyrillic. So this is the city, basically. So it's there. This is Serbia, including Kosovo and Metohija. So not Kosova or Kosovo, it's Kosovo and Metohija. This is the correct name. So these two courts were specifically these two courts. No other, as far as I remember, state institution invoked that law. So law and on e-signature, except them. So, and even though I warned them about that, it's against the law, they continued doing it. So I'm writing with one hand, so I okay. So because I don't have mic stand. Okay, so this is email sent on 26th of October 2020, so last year, to assistant of president of that court I mentioned, so higher instance court is Manuel. And this is the picture I attached within this email, so he's not a regular judge. I mean, he's a judge, but also assistant of the president. And I warned them that it's illegal to send email using non-encrypted connection for any state institution, and I proved here. So I think that this is that email that I sent, screenshot of. So let's see, Wednesday, 21st of October 2020, 9:46 a.m. I think that this is the email I screenshot. Yeah, that's it. And they continued, and they stopped doing that only in, as I said, July, after July, including July, 9th of July this year. So again, okay, I need to type this again. So the problem is that they were probably just printing either to PDF or directly. So print, as I don't have printer, I will create another video, but using XPS, I think it's a simulator or emulator, whatever, of a printer. But in this video, I'm going to show that the data about encryption is not saved when you convert to PDF, as I already said at the beginning of this video. So let's take this one. Before they started using encryption, and I go to, let's see if there is a message to include encryption, filter, delete, block, report, show original. What's that? Show original. I'm sure that I'm pretty positive they're not printing this. So print, and there's no data on the there's no data on encryption. So pages, layout, more settings, paper size, scale, options, headers and folders and footers. What's this? No, I mean, I don't have background. Scale, margins. So nothing. This is basically about the appearance. Portrait, nothing. Pages. All. So save as PDF, and I'm now saving it. And I mean, this is I don't even need to look at the PDF, but I will look at the PDF. So save it, and I don't know. Let's call it XXXC. Okay, and I now want to open it, and then go to download, date, but yeah, it's here. So nothing about the encryption, and I'm going to create, as I said, another video about not saving it when printing directly with printer. So let's see what XPS, but I will actually I can create this add this to this video. Okay, so let's see what will happen if I print it. So nothing is changed. I mean, this is the same system dialog. What's that? Okay, so print, downloads, XPS, I think. XPS 1, okay. So, or maybe PS1. So PS1. Okay, I think it's saved. And now let's go to downloads, and double click should open it. I think I haven't been using this for, well, this is, I think this is a simulator. I'm not sure. I haven't been using that for a long time. So it's not saved. So Google doesn't save that. I mean Gmail, and they might use this as an excuse. However, I already showed in another video where I showed that they knew about e-signature. Let me show that video. So I'm going now to my YouTube channel, and so yeah, so this video contains explanation. So I'll show here that both those chords, so higher score, there's let's see, captions here, correct, closed caption, address, captions. So it says higher. So I showed here that I sent them, all the state institutions, I sent them the address on my G drive that contains those data. So I will show that right away. So I saved those data on encryption, not to mention that I already warned them about that, as I showed, as I've just shown. So let's see here. Their folders, so for instance court, and if I open any of the any that contains their email, their response, it will be shown. Yeah, so I send them this. What's the picture number? So picture 6. It's not just this picture. Every picture contains, because it's not easy. I haven't found a way. I haven't found a way to show this differently. So I just have the screenshot with this expanded and without that expansion. So every email, I think almost every email. I haven't included it if I forgot, but almost every email contains this, so they cannot say they didn't know. All of them knew. So I also showed that all of them had this the address of that final too, and also there is another folder final on G drive, so they cannot say they don't know how to use G drive. That's not an excuse. And of course, by definition, by default, they needed to turn on notifications. It's not my job to tell them. It's not my obligation, any sort of legal or any other obligation to tell them what to do, because they must know that turning on notifications is mandatory. Same goes for proofs, piece of evidence I uploaded to YouTube, so they need to do this ex officio. So by the definition of their job, they need to click subscribe. I mean, I don't care about anyone subscribed. I'm not here for subscription. So I'm here to present, I mean, on YouTube and other, because I'm also using Twitter to present my evidence on international organized crime. I really don't care about subscription and anything else, likes and similar. So they needed to both turn on notification on G drive the first time they received address, first time I sent them address. Same goes for YouTube. They needed ex officio, so by the definition of their job, to click subscribe. So I don't have any sort of obligation to notify them every time I send something and I upload something to any of the services for storing and sharing data. So otherwise there will be no notification. That's the meaning of notification, so that you don't need to notify people who have the address of that shared folder, so they are notified automatically. I mean, this is the basic. These are the basic things regarding any, not just G drive or YouTube. I mean, YouTube is similar to G drive. It's the different environment. It's basically for storing and sharing data. That's what it is. It's also, same goes for Dropbox and so on and so on. So they need to do that automatically. There is ex officio, by the definition of their job. They need to turn on notification the same day or the same hour or moment when they receive the address of the shared folder. Okay, or the account in case of YouTube or similar services. So that would be it. Again, I showed that both PDF and what's the name again? I think it's XPS. Don't store don't print the information on encryption. So there should be what's this more facts? I don't know. never use that. So, but anyways, they cannot use that as an excuse because they needed to print not just emails I sent to them, but also every document I uploaded to G Drive or to YouTube. They needed to save it from YouTube. It must be saved by the law on criminal proceedings. So this is the article 280. 281. I explained that already, but I'm now mentioning that again because it is really important. So this is something they needed to do again ex officio, by the definition of their job, meaning that nobody need to tell them to do it. They need to know that by the definition of their job, and obviously they are either don't know how to use it or they are pretending that they don't know how to use it. So I think that would be all regarding this matter.